Ecuador's president, meanwhile, says that Snowden's fate is out of his hands and the whistleblower's next move depends on what Russia does. U.S. Vice President Joe Biden urged Ecuador not to grant asylum to Snowden, but they can't do it yet anyway because he's not on Ecuadorian territory. Moscow, though, insists that they won't be discussing what to do with a 30-year-old anytime soon. Well, for a look back at the whistleblower's journey so far, here's RT's Tabang Wotsei.
My name's Ed Snowden. I'm 29 years old.
As soon as Edward Snowden revealed himself as the whistleblower, he set off a catch me if you can hunt by the U.S. government.
Want to get him caught.
And a where is he now guessing game for the media. After a tip-off that Snowden was on board a flight from Hong Kong to Moscow, the media started speculating as to his next move.
Edward Snowden flew from Hong Kong to Moscow, say that he will be on a Havana flight.
The situation descended into a farce when a crowd of journalists boarded a flight from Moscow to Havana, only to find that the whistleblower was not on board, but presumed to be stuck in an airport transit zone.
We took off without him, so we committed to a 12-hour-plus flight that was essentially a waste of time.
The global publicity had turned one of America's most wanted men into a hero for some. To others,
I think he's a traitor. I think he has committed crimes, in effect, by violating agreements, given the position he had.
Several countries have been tangled up in this case with the veiled threats from Washington and back-and-forth rhetoric.
We've registered our strong objections to the authorities in Hong Kong as well as to the Chinese government through diplomatic channels. And we've noted that such behavior is detrimental to U.S.-Hong Kong and U.S.-China bilateral relations.
As for the possibility of extradition, we do not have any such treaties signed with the United States.
But for Ecuador, a potential asylum destination for Snowden, things have moved beyond mere rhetoric. The country's moved to scrap a trade agreement with the U.S., risking economic losses for standing its ground in the face of America's pressure. Ecuador's government is also said to be divided. The safe passage document, dated 22nd of June, obtained by WikiLeaks for Snowden from the Ecuadorian embassy in London, was not authorized. Meanwhile, the mystery continues as to Snowden's next move. He's now awaiting Ecuador's President Correa to make a decision on the asylum application, with added pressure from the U.S. asking him not to grant it. The Ecuadorian president also said that the media attention surrounding Snowden has actually diverted from the real story, that of the NSA surveillance documents. But by Snowden's own admission, this was never going to be a story with a fairy tale ending.
You can't come forward against the world's most powerful intelligence agencies and be completely free from risk.
Tabang Wotsei, RT, Moscow.